Yeda efia mankwa tamaklo yeda na sese ono so disa nkomo kama se etimide abre ye toa ye nkomo no so e wan se ha bedwem on Adom TV multi TV so quickly mamemfa we entwam na fe me introduce you bin penfa wona tenase mamema ira asigri abusua me momo yako. In fact, I lived with him under the watch of Mr. Sigri, because my papa radiator was a friend, the young couple, I don't know. The Mr. Michael Mahama Sigri, Okatechi for or M50. The account will be pay can I say Okatechi for. To the late Michael Mahama Asigri, a radiator was a friend. Unyameya Duma, as you say, any Thursday, 20th of July, 2023, at Need Tumpem on the residence, Kumasi, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., plot 46B/H, Tanoso Apatrapa. And which is no pre-burial mass, Nafi, yes, sir, 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m., St. Christopher Garrison Catholic Church, Kumasi, Shenenso. Na fi yafa emu na yede ko ha na beye no Worikambo Elgari district, Upper East region. Na fi yede nakoto mpem Worikambo 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. ene ye yawada kontu na yede aba no na efiada the 21st of July. And also, anopa na wotwempe mu kopim eye sepre mo beto yakohwe na ye de ibu etwa to okra de amano na afia kope ne crab yakra ewo Royal Family Cemetery o Worikambo 12:30 p.m. Kwasia danso 23rd July 2023 no yaye na asiesom anopa no kono pepepe ewo Worikambo Catholic Church Worikambo. Saturday, 29th July, celebration of life, very important. Celebration of life, Saturday, Ewo Kumasi, the Rich Park, Denyame, opposite the Army Officers Mess. Rich Park, wa Kumasi, me sure say, unim Kumasi crowd, Kumasi, Abusa, Rich Park, Ubia Betro, in the era, a Sigri, there you know, she share na making. Into Saturday, 29th of July, the Rich Park, Denyame, opposite the Officers Mess, Nakwasia Dano Thanksgiving service, Christopher Garrison Catholic Church, Udara Barracks, Kumasi. Yeton Safre, Adofone, Bushafone, Jumaifone, now, a year Kane Town and Country Planning, here for special planning. So one better, Ira Siglechi. Paying pa, not town planning was no. Maybe or 5 years before will be from Bolga to wherever na Mr. Sigri na Biano na me nam hobi nti afesto ni ye tuntum ene fita yenkotai yera Mr. Michael Mahama Asigri abusuachi na afi yentimi empene krabia. So akwantu no shas ye on the 20th, that's Thursday, 21st, and then 23rd near back to a year 29th. Na yakotna Rich Park. Na fi ya hihye ne de wo bia. Me mabusua nyina so ye yakosom kokra. On the brighter side of life, we do Kumasi so dia and charity catering services, TUC Junction, Kumasi, adwani bia wo pɛ di bia no anti charity so bɛboa amboti menya adwani papa edi wo pa. Yeka say Ira Thompson atrase. Chairman Adiko Kanswatinasi. I would love that this will continue to be a Monday edition all the time.
Yeah.
Well, just that most of my home to Yeni Baomi, so much as said the running mates Idiniba. And I'm hearing.
I shall say,
but that's what is happening. Baomi, Chairman. Surprisingly, they've gone ahead of Baomi, you know. They are now calling out names, you know. Honorable Joe Weiss, Honorable Educhum, Education Minister, Almighty Napo, and then Chairman. These are the names. But I'm saying, NDC, it was obvious that John Dramani Mahama, the former president, now the flag bearer, was going to win. Modiano, I peace. But I'm quite ahead of Bobo running mate. It's an interesting party. Why?
From the way I met you will be retained, from the way you are predicting that Dr. Bawumia will win.
Well, I've not said so. That's what I can't say.
No, but from the way because rumors will always happen in political parties when they are having elections.
Okay.
People will say things.
Okay.
People will wish for what would happen.
Okay.
I personally, I would say with confidence there, what I have seen so far in Ashanti region, in the rounds so far now, I think it's a clear signal. The connection is great. The signal is going well. Moko Eyimpwa Asokwa, they heralded him in like Jesus being, sent into Bethlehem to deliver his people. And it was very, it was so it's every place you went to, they had something unique. Who say the love is natural. And I keep on saying that he who God has blessed, nobody can touch. When now about to say it's like say a miracle, and it's like a gift from God. No one ever thought. I don't think he himself or Tana who say, I want to be president one day. I don't think he did that. But things just unfold one after another. And the way things are going, everything shows that. And he's one person. All the 10 candidates are now 10 or 11, they are all, nice gentlemen who can lead the party and everything. But from the way he carries himself, the unity he's bringing on board, and he keeps on telling you that, listen, people will hate you, people will attack you from within and from outside. But your focus should be on the delivery of the message, the delivery of what, and his message is where he's coming from, where he's gotten to, and the way forward with the party, the delegates, and Ghana. That is his message.
I see.
So it's not as if Oba Apeno or Stanzo Kasamunko, he will tell you where he started from. He will tell you how he got into the mainstream politics. And it's when me say first one I met and I was a good man. I realized that what, this is ordained.
Bawumia.
Oh yes, he is ordained. You can't change it.
To lead the MPP.
To lead Ghana on the next level.
To lead Ghana
on the next level. To lead Ghana on the next level. I'm telling you, and you will see it. And they are meeting a market anywhere. You will see it happen. When I don't think when you were a kid, you decide to say you are coming to do this. But see where it's taking you to. And these are all things that God, and anybody who crosses your path is wasting his time. And he says something, when such blessings are coming, it's like a tsunami. Beyond stopping. Nobody. You can't stop it.
I see.
So he's focused, he's working hard, he's been working up and down, he's not, he'll finish his Ashanti Regional Tour on Wednesday. So by Thursday, she'll be back in Accra, working assiduously.
He's on leave, I learned.
Yeah. Once he does this, he goes on, he takes his leave. He has accumulated leave until ultimately the year. But even on leave, last week, Thursday, he was in Accra. He had met the World Bank, as we all saw in the papers. And after that, he went for a cabinet retreat. Or the next commercial flight and he continued this thing. So he got to Kumasi on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Oduya started 5 constituencies. He doesn't put them together. He meets constituency by constituency, and the people are there. The last one was Bantama. The meeting was supposed to be at 4, but because of the way and for omu pese omu herald no omu so no mu omu pese omu ne kasa omu ne trap pictures ne ade no obewie no na ade akwachi kakra nti odu bantman na abo it was after way after 7 but the people were joyous to see him and Ora Senso Boache any a chairman Fifi omo ya ade pa and friends why Adom for a virus
one of the hard-working young chief executives.
Yeah.
State housing, right?
And check and see. You see that
very, very
local
hard
state housing, young chief executive or ye Juma pa.
Very, very.
Local NHIA.
On countless occasions,
NHIA. Oko boy, he's performing miracles there. Oko NLS. It's
not to suggest that young guys in here. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm saying, say they are now. You see, the effort
Some
is
of
there.
them are also
the effort is there to shine. Oh, now say
but
old guys also.
Housing,
I mean, he's transformed state housing. If you ask me, he's transformed state housing, and you can't take that away from him. And you see, that is his blessing. That is his. Your friend say, na sedi media mano.
Okay.
So let's hope for the best. People can speculate and bring out any name. The thing is that the onus lies on the presidential candidate to choose his running mate. Obi obetumi na ye adwuma obi ofi say osefata obi ofi say oni ho obetumi agane chiama no so when he is not there and when he chooses it now you send it to at least the elders to approve it near there. It's a process and but we have 11 clear months to do that until the moment they finish the elections in November by latest January ending early February, now say a fire flag bearer.
Chairman Adekoka, it will be in your interest to also let us know your running mate because I don't know. Almost Eric Opoku keeps popping up, which I have an interest in. Valerie Sawyer, Ewadakon.
Chairman Adekoka.
No, Chairman de Ononon Kofasa.
Isn't he fit to be a
running mate? Sinari, you know, and all the names keep popping up. Chairman, what is keeping the party? Because last week, you know, I just had to be informed. They said, "Mo director of kind of say elections. This I'm about to any elections in China was more yafawe, yepewe, and more we.
You out.
Kogo munya fast na mo farmer Dr. Manebo amamune na zuni na IT ni mo no every time I'm masuno baby put
I'm just no
for instance Dr. Manebo if or via for any position any question we delay time
I know he's a
very
nice gentleman
very nice oka omo ankasa and he's the lead person for baby or chef you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
I thought the lead person
director of elections. Why do you have to for Obi said Dr. Manebo ama tina na me kan chairman so ntimasi ba mo ko wura dem ho amudi nkomo nyina no mo toso na sefo nyina no
na wo
the good thing is that ene phone no obi oye NDC na MPP no otimi frɛ me na nkomo amudi nyina no it's not for public consumption it's for me madwuma na me ye no say dey be boa me I know all the names that
actually weekend you'll be so born you didn't know can say oh the boys and
I heard some of the people you know the name really was interesting to them. So, wow. In fact, IT you know, because of NDC this time round, they have a super interest in IT. Not the normal interest. Okay, the deliberations on IT, they are prepared to spend even the last dime to secure IT front. You be on person obey IT, you know. And no, a lot of them say pop up, but they are yet to settle on some of the names. Chairman, IT, well, sometimes a bar pipe, you know, but you settle on your
and the names are for what position?
This director of IT.
Oh, director of IT, near vice
elections, no. Vice need there. Eric Opoku, Valerie, Alaji Sinari, Ewadakon. Samuel Sapon, former Ashanti of the State House, and then Anna Sam Jonah. All these things are.
Anna Sam Jonah.
Yeah.
My
men the medical culture or a forgona or no. You settle say you done as you didn't be quack idea.
Chairman and Kasa the last time.
No. Chairman will not give me this information.
But you have.
Chairman wants the president himself to elect or appoint somebody or not to between Naye Juma. then chairman so we are no better san komo. It yen fa nko. But me man I aware. So this is what is happening.
You know what you know.
Woman there. Ya dada sitting na we bibia.
Okay.
But you hear say obey part of the system. Okay. The chairman say no nakra gazo. Chairman emeritus. So who said no what make no? Who said akwai
more details.
Do you feel some? Maybe every feel some kakra sama.
Yeah.
Okay, Minyankupa late Sir John.
Yes, Sir John.
In assembly okay.
Fear no.
I tell you.
Fear delegates.
But we are sure.
I tell you.
But also Mututu is here. Almost they don't fear delegates. They respect delegates. And they trust delegates. Almost the Omudiabetu.
But Nina,
we love them.
Nina no fear. Delegates no. Aye. Or your fear beer. Hey, since your baby as no, you say I don't go dancing. It is praise singers. Was the bus case war. Now more 10 CDs.
Be a Jennifer. Hey, one number 10 in Copa. I
tell you, Adakamas are a different ball game. Adakamas different ball. Get in here and the person there who hates the Jesus Christ. Time I was hearing the win.
Now, my fortune shemus yeku.
No, I did. What do one way? They say crucify him.
Crucify. Zako for Nagazo.
Zako for Nagazo. It's mean you are not or kind of most so. Oh,
Zako for no. There's somebody who can say
me. I can say me. Yes.
There's somebody who say out of the 12 disciples.
Only one.
No,
only one.
Oh, I will
more.
I will. Oh,
one
I'm not causing damage. Damage cry. Or crucify no crowd no more. I see. I did. Kakano no selfish. It's oh, politics. I'm for Bible, Momo. I'm for Bible, cry. Jesus Christ say.
Messiah.
I Messiah. Me chade. Then I appear. Call Sunday view. Never. I tell you, it's somebody you can know. Very serious. Now, I tell you, some community Japan or launching a campaign now. Okay, some of us, those who have taken us to where we are today, should not be given the opportunity to come back again.
Those who have taken us to where we are
today.
Or more,
more opportunity. No more back. What happened? Apreku, Dr. Apreku.
It goes all around.
Oh, meaningful. You can say me tonight. That the man you are disturbing my thing.
Dr. Apreku, main disturbing thoughts.
Dr. Apreku, I see expenditures are wrong. Until when you do wrong expenditures, you get wrong results. Sister station. There, Ankasa, Almighty Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's about $2 for CDs.
What disco boy?
My disco boy. About $2 for CDs. 612, 15. Excuse me. I say, excuse me. If you can excuse me, watch your arubo. Watch your papa. I say, excuse me. Ain't what's up at all. Serious. Until baby, some look more salvos, Baba. More servers, Baba. It's as for delegates, they want to take. They are very discerning. Oh, yes, go. Since I discuss it, it's a bit kind of Baumia, Tama, unsure Tama, or about politics. That was 16 years ago. Now, 34, when I was share party, Nasi, 34 or about 16 years, Penny.
Paul Ambantem. 16
years in. No, but party called for us in the why or sacrifice. I know for a letter. Now, I only petitioner. Our petitioner now, never there, Chairman. Box more. I mean, sometimes this guy does not think when he speaks. In Sabaka, the Darochano, the founding fathers of MPP, no. Once one can the founding fathers. It's in a record. So one doesn't have a record.
I think your party is scared.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look, you bring Baumia will be there. Kumeu. They pitched him at the Zongo. He lost miserably. Kumewu was a Muslim. It was a pichi. Be a Muslim, but he lost miserably. So I should be afraid of him.
Why wouldn't you keep quiet for Bawumia to come?
No, we are not keeping quiet. We are not. I wouldn't. Waka wasam. Yeah, elections. Didn't they also interfere?
Of course.
Why don't you know they were praying them, mama. And see also what do what time? Once you busy was saying, I am happy to see them just telling us that the crocodile is dead. Frog life in Sunmaba, or the crocodile is dead. They're very serious. Also, crocodile.
That continues to be political talk because one more time, you know, the offer Yabuatinjans, the kind of things that they said. Really, it didn't carry the weight because they who say a kasake.
But
that's what the amount
but tell you. When I walk as a sincere, when I walk as a Canada Japan, a member of parliament for so long, a leading member of the MPP, Tremantin, Apreku, Jogate, Ajaku. These are heavyweights, so.
But that's a seat abeto.
Oh, and Miami, a seat abeto. So they are telling
thank God they are giving you ammunition that you can't really rely on for elections.
We are not going to rely on for elections. They themselves, they are telling that the crocodile is dead.
At this point, you should be looking at the alternative in terms of policies what about changing the mindset and the lifestyle of Ghanaians at this point.
But President Mahama,
the scrapping of S. Gracia cannot be.
No, but you see, I think
Ghana for no. Ghana for no. You the potential government in waiting happens to be your party, the NDC. At this juncture, what is the NDC offering us on the table?
I think we're in Tamale. When President Mahama is acceptance speech, he catalogued things that he was going to do.
Amongst them,
One, he's going to make sure that the size of governance, yesika, governance, no. Because if you have 120 ministers, do you see the amount of money you spend on them? Just is going to work about 60 ministers. He's going to put more emphasis on agriculture. Because this is Tinubu of Nigeria president. Only last Friday, gave 500,000 hectares of land for agriculture purposes. Because see, that is the way you must go. So all unemployed graduates, whatever it is, everybody should turn to farming. You have a catalog of things over here. But at this moment of time, we are focusing on what our brothers are telling us. They war crocodile and wewu. It is a bit but now Jerusalem Jerusalem are very far. In any case, any of them they are welcome. But I am as for me, I believe that MPP people they are discerning. They are not going to follow Isika. The way I watch Isika, no, they are not going to follow that to vote for their presidential candidate. Well, we are after November, no, next year 2024. I grown. So let's come to NDC. Let's raise issues.
Yeah, man, I start NDC.
I served notice. I served notice before. I served notice. One, Omanibo Ama, we have qualified. Omanibo was Minister for Communication.
Exactly.
And this fiber cable optic, he was instrumental. So, Oba IT, Asama, the last person was Griffiths, right? And he has done his job. Me, if Omanibo Ama is one that is going to lead our IT, I'll be very happy about it. He's a fine gentleman. He knows his job. He's cool under pressure. He has got the credentials. So me, if that is the name you have heard, and I must confess, I've also heard that name, and I think we should. He's a party member. He has done all these things. He's very well versed in IT. And as you are sitting down, paperless system, and all those things. They dreamt about all those things. So I think he is good to go. is good to go.
Other names, but I have to just relax.
No, but I mean, you see, I believe, no, you see,
it's good to have
more information.
I believe,
I did you block information, but
I believe that in this party, we must always remember to reward loyalty.
He's been very, very loyal.
NDC, and I'm saying it on camera. We should always remember to reward loyalty. And yet, we can say, baby, and that one is now pop up. No way in the pop up now, so no. Loyalty,
a key.
Okay, very, very important. Until why, baby, I want you know, now one for loyalty. But these are the people who will die for the party. One show with you. But the success of the party. I won't watch loyalty.
Dr. Omanebo has an unblemished record.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's been really there for the
And as for vice president, and last week we catch yeah, that my internal President Mahama. No, so Oboshe.
I can tell you that my candidate on countless occasions behind the scenes in Komo Kosopa.
I'm just there. Name say I will not say at them.
No, one person I have also been what is deserving. Why? I don't get chairman. What is wrong to endorse Eriko Poku as a running mate? What is wrong?
Why there? How near can one mean? How near? I know the meaning. Namusum so. It's our dynamics. So. Vice President.
But you have a flag bearer from the north. You are looking at the Akan community as well.
So Akan community is made up of
Fantifor,
Eastern region, Central region, Central region.
Ashanti region.
Sisia say S mama behind the scene. Musumo candidate. But as a party man, baby, you see the marble. You see the marble, sir. I'll be able to give you my marble.
Isn't it interesting? Or Kassan or do NDC for one done? As a more can you there? NDC shouldn't forget loyalty.
No.
They shouldn't forget loyalty. Yes. But Oba MP more feel them more on reward loyalty.
Who's been loyal to the party, Dr. Baumia?
Hasn't he?
In terms of what?
Hasn't he been loyal?
No, what you call the government defeat you. In terms of what?
No, hasn't he been
His
loyal?
Loyalty stems from not just 16 years.
Not 16 years.
No.
Chairman T.
No.
Chairman T.
So if let's remember, let me tell you something. Bible mekwa, and he said you shouldn't quote the Bible. I'll quote the Bible again. Paul Ambantem. Oh yeah, then. Thank you very much. Paul Ambantem.
Those are exceptional cases.
They are not, and that is why he's an exceptional presidential candidate. To break an age, you need to do exceptional things. You need to put exceptional people there. And you need to do show people that this is an exceptional situation. It's not just bringing anybody or saying that we are just going to break the age. That's not what you are doing. You need to prove beyond
people who have been there for the party, sacrificing their time, their money, their energy, everything.
If you are saying that, if you are going to say that, Aprekuna walk away, because Aprekuna has been there since day one. Aprekuna started before Kufo. Aprekuna started before Kufo.
No.
Go and check Kufo's record. He started with Kufo when they were doing that thing.
No.
Yes.
But
he didn't win that time. Make us say Oshasi before Kufo. He also started his plans.
Yeah.
He had his plans on his table and everything. But in there, yes, za aye endeda, for the party. And let me tell you something. I always tell my people who follow me that you can be loyal to me, can work hard. But if you sit down and someone comes yesterday and he works far better and proves himself far better than you, I was here for the last 2 years now. If he beats you to it, don't complain. Because every day, it's what? Evolving and it's changing. The dynamics are changing. And I'm telling you that the dynamics for the 2024 elections is best placed in the hands and in the strategy and in the address of Dr. Baumia. Okay. Listen to him and you see that.
Okay. I am scandalized.
You would be.
What?
Scandalized.
He would be.
Seriously scandalized.
He would be.
Baumia, nimpo about party pony card. He hadn't got a party card.
But it happens.
Oman dispensation.
The chairman said
Oman dispensation. Only party nimu.
But do you know the number of people at Bank of Ghana more in this year?
Oh, mabada.
Oh, yeah, man.
And for non tunche.
Okay.
The founding fathers, people like Darocha. Look, Kwabena Aje, Japan. You know the sacrifices he has made for this party, MPP to stand. His father was even murdered. This young guy.
By your party?
Yes. I mean, look, when I talk about history, you see, in politics, learn one thing. When it's right, it's right. When it's wrong, it's wrong. Remember that, and that is my forte. That's my forte in politics. Me, I don't fear nobody.
You're saying he was murdered. Added that by your party?
Yes.
It's not the party by a military dictatorship.
That is
My
your party
fault, it's not the party. NDC, it's not PNDC.
It's PNDC.
Please. Get your records.
NDC was crafted out of PNDC. Don't try and distort anything. Everybody knows this.
But that draft does not make them a part.
They are part of it.
So,
but hasn't their own leader told us that and we should know where NDC was coming from? They are revolutionary roots. And they know how to kill people better.
So you people who bombed and killed in Nkrumah and all those people too, you two, their MPP is part of it.
UP never bombed.
They bombed.
They never bombed.
The small woman.
They never bombed.
The small girl who was given a bomb. A bouquet, and this guy is there at Dansoma. They don't know history. So don't go there. Matimi, look at the damage they did to this country. So MPP are the people. You see, when you throw a ball to the wall, to come back to you. Let me finish. I told you the last time that I have been in this game for a very long time. The history I know, probably you don't know. You understand? To the one you are talking about.
And I might know some history you might not know.
Well, fine, that's true.
So don't say it as if it's all round.
It's true.
He knows things your party that you don't know.
So I'm just telling you that UP, what they did, Kwame Nkrumah, what they did.
It was not pleasant.
It was not pleasant. So MPP today are part of it. So tit for tat. So I'm telling you, I worked with him on the GFA so many times. I know his caliber. You understand? You look at Ejaku, when they were in the US, when they were fighting our government. Where was he? So what they're talking about, loyalty, excuse me.
You are excused.
To repeat,
you are excused.
Excuse me.
You cannot compare the loyalty.
You compare this
Omani Buame's loyalty in terms of parties.
But to that of Dr. This guy, 16 years old, baby. Baumia, 16-year-old baby. 16 years. Oh, baby. 16 years.
Paul Lambante.
16 years old baby.
Paul
and then you say what? He has superintended over economy. His own people are saying, look at where we are today. I come talk about IMF. Look at where we are today. Now IMF is saying that they are come to disburse $600 million. Look, this country, the Minister of Interior, us in there say, we are more than 3 billion. We. It tells you that in this country, the money is here. Sikani wa haya tena sikani suna comedian. Yetna sikani suna comedian. The money is here. 3 billion. What's the idea? We keke. We keke. Benya 3 billion. We just assassin. Is the man was hot. And this man was given the economic management. Now it's called economic mismanagement team. That is what he headed. So it's like, I am a frog, not me, I cook a frog. If you want to talk about loyalty, please, let us always in this country remember, 16-year-old boy, only 18 people. It's not only a man, 16-year-old boy, 16 years.
You believe in the
excuse my language. They should excuse us and talk about loyalty. Now, Uta chairman, a bukakra. I remember chairman, young executive committee, they were raising money. In the office at the back, an office was asylum down. They were raising money. I'm not outing them. I'm not, but I believe.
You have some loyalty.
Yes. They were the people who were raising money. And Dr. Heyman, I can mention, Dr. Heyman was at the side of my junior, sorry, my mate. All of them.
Okay.
So
someone, what can we call the most? Where is Idiana?
Oh, he comes to all my programs.
Idiana come again. No, he was really on when I was radio.
Oh no, he's there. He's there. Oh, Passion.
Masai also.
Passion. He's the owner of Passion.
Oh, okay.
So he's around.
Very good.
Yeah.
You see, the funny thing is, Warakasa, or ya won't be free there when Chinankasa, one door in we.
I'm opposition.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about they being in opposition or being in government. Now, be someone there. One ramen mate, I say, I want you to change. That be no bad party.
And you pay me,
maybe
because a break, you know.
Tell me, you know.
Okay.
What has she done for the party?
Okay.
Where did she come from? She was a former University of Cape Coast, what do you call it, vice chancellor. I knew her very well. She wasn't part of the party. But whom people will know, now where then was he near the man? That is what you call fear nyansa or kahubi. Nimpa everybody is in there, air prison. Or Manebo Ama or Sambuku Jetumunaze, they were all part of MPP. They were all part of MPP before they left into NDC. They have been groomed by MPP. Before they left into NDC. I didn't know about that. People will go and ask them. They'll tell you.
I didn't know the MPP.
They'll tell you.
Manebo.
Oh, yes, he used to be an MPP member.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He's not here. You see, the person is not here. So
you
don't make those statements.
But was Baumia here when you were making statements about him?
No, Baumia is out there. He's out there. No, please.
Manebo is a politician, so he's out there for us to talk about him.
No, please.
Ask him whether he wasn't an MPP member before. I'm saying it. Check with him. I can say things and you can check with him. You can check with him. But I am telling you.
No,
Okujetua Blackwell was.
It's not here. No,
when he was doing student politics.
They were student politicians.
And he was part of us.
No, what else you?
So,
did you see their party?
So whether he was doing student politics or not, and he was part of us, we should
involve the student movement.
Yes.
The MPP.
Yes.
Oh, so students on Umba Park were the MPP for.
Yes.
So students were MPP for.
So when you are saying things now, check your background. Let
me answer Jane Mensa. Jane. The same way that you also appointed Baumia.
So when the person has come to work, he said we should throw the person away. The person has come to work, he said we should throw the person away.
From nowhere.
We've appointed him.
Loyalty. He came from nowhere. He had no
and hasn't he been loyal to the party and to the cause of the party?
The frog.
This is how far we have come as a country.
The frog. No, this is how we've come as the frog.
When you see
quick one on the
someone.
Tip. That allegedly tip. Take quick one before you go to the IMF. Quick one. Chairman, tape.
Yeah, tape.
Is it relevant for our cause?
Anymore. You see, we have a situation in Ghana. I always talk about hypocrisy. Serious hypocrisy. My former national chairman, where is he now? He's in court. On what basis?
Tape.
On a leaked tape. On a leaked tape. They had to even take the tape to Israel to make sure that it is his voice. Leaked tape. And today it's been caught for the past 3 years. And you have a similar situation. I can identify even one person's voice because I work the person. Burinabu. When I was in the when I was Olympics chairman, it was RTU chairman.
Oh, handle RTU.
Oh, it was RTU chairman. See, people don't know. Burinabu was RTU chairman.
I didn't know.
Yes, Burinabu was RTU chairman. When I was Olympics, it was RTU chairman. We've engaged several times. He used to have his office at Cape Coast, Accra, Cape Coast, where he was doing this construction business. I know Burinabu very well. So the first time I heard the tape, I knew it was him. Unless somebody is telling me that I heard some excuse from Obisinde, and these days IT, into two manufacturing voices. Hey!
If you hear the former special prosecutor talking, all the voices, everything is solid.
Into someone there are reasonable elements in it. A lot of things. Apart from what's in there, bribery, young physical, young bubu is canon, young come out the big man. Obviously, not over my dead body. Party baba, elections, offended, mafia woman. And then what you are saying, you are wasting our time. Now, I expected the COP or woman there. Obaba, no, I bet the 9 there. On any voice, no. Today is almost 1 week. And I find out, how can he go and sit in the same office, the same table, to have a discussion with the Inspector General of Police after saying all these things about him? Anyhow, it's a very serious. Somebody is in court for a leak tape. This is no different from what somebody is suffering. In this country, you must be up and doing it. Or you're wrong, or you're wrong. Or you're right, or right. Yeah, the man, this country, it will be landing safely in the next 10 years. But if, because, or you're party, or you're the man, it's rubbish. Somebody is asking, how for what purpose? How was the tape? That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about elderly persons, people with high vantage position in this country. But no, why for a tape for 13 minutes or 15 minutes on your one, in any civilized society, this COP must have resigned. The DSP must also resign. First and foremost, unless it's not them, they should have come out to categorically deny they haven't done that. And if they haven't done that, I'm not asking them to prosecute it, but they should do the needful.
Okay.
They should do the needful.
All right. Thompson, Alfred.
Before I quickly jump onto the Elliptic Saga, Mebo Mozen Meze Ndasekese, I'm a hen Mampenin, and Papa, my friend, the father of the nation, the Papa of the nation. Oye Nanado Dankwe Kufado, Nana Bedici, Oye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Nde NHI, Etumetina home a renewal of the NHI card no wufie or mobile phone. You can quickly do it, you can quickly apply and do so many things there. And I think it's a very good area for everybody. Oka ubiara wo baby ewo say what say Bungubu, ewo Western North, ewo Western region, ewo Oti region, ewo Volta region, wherever you are. That is something that has touched every life in this country.
Okay, so that's a plus for the 3 tier. Nanado, Dr. Baumia, and Dr. Oko Boy.
Yeah.
Nanado, do you need the ABC meeting?
Yeah.
Chairman Adikoka. We are calling for equity. We should always be careful. The last time I checked, Ohina na on tiapwa.
Me submission.
The national anthem. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's why I'm getting the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy.
And she was on phone.
Your phone, the hypocrisy, and your father was standing by you. One born. That's something the hypocrisy.
You saw his face when she was doing that. But
at
that time, he can't stop the national anthem. He can't stop the national anthem. He can't stop the national anthem and say, "Let me check my daughter."
You are Minister of State.
Oh, come on.
You are not going to be Minister of State.
Come on. Let's be realistic. You wanted him to stop the national anthem.
Oh, chief.
You wanted him to stop. Now, chief, what happened? He did after.
He can promise his daughter.
Once the national anthem, he as the head of state should be standing there
president. At this point, who's on stage with your father? National anthem. Yes. You're on phone. You want the father to come and tell you.
That one will always say that yes, the banner yeni. But on the president should stop.
Well, I'm saying that I just reminded all of us of equity.
Yeah,
you should come with cleaners.
And he won't come with cleaners. I'm sure. Oh,
it's not even about.
I don't want a minister. It's not a matter of minister. You should also look at the other side.
So,
Chairman Emeritus,
Alfred Thompson, I think you are not out of place to say that what the daughter of the president did was all right.
Come
I have
on.
The
said
president
it.
should
And I said
apologize
that,
on that note because of what
I've,
he did to the team.
I've said that
You haven't said it.
as the anthem was going on, we
can't
don't
call-
expect the president
What
to
are you
stop
talking
or
about?
to touch
He could have
or to
done-
move.
he could
No,
have- he could
it's a
have-
disrespect by himself.
What's that?
People would have complained
No,
about
no.
it.
As we speak,
So
if that
he
was the
might-
case, if
he
the
might have
president felt that
reprimanded
way,
the daughter
the
after
lady
that.
should have by now written to apologize per his father's principle.
What?
That's it.
And who says maybe she's not doing that?
Okay, all right.
Let's wait and see what will come out. But quickly, now you're judging. Second,
We have to because
secondly,
the father was judgmental on a certain platform. Why can't we do so? So it's not a question for us to go
going
back.
about Okoboy and Dr. Mahmoud Bamian and Nana Akufo-Addo, as I said, in NHI, why as a pa, and it shows there, government is committed to paying all the debts Obetoya or Nankasa so through challenges on also acquires amounted sum. And they say I clear NHI debts in Nama says I work at 2 months. 2 months cover payment. By the time at 2 months no be done, now why any year. And also to thank the president for the human's job he's doing with the free SHS. He said he would do it. People said no, it can't be done, but he did it. There are challenges, and gradually we will come out of all these challenges into Nyakopon Share President and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Lead tape. I don't know why NDC is so quick and so happy and so jumpy to say there 1 year by partisan approach, 1 year inquiry. We are full for that. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Whatever it is, and the speaker has given that the 1 year inquiry into it. One thing they should know, and they should go on record, we don't need an IGP to rig elections. If NDC was doing that in the past, then they should tell us how they did it. Because I don't see how IGP can go and vote and vote and vote, or can go and stop a vote, or can do something that will stop voting from going on. It can't happen. So we are focused. We have a message. We have something we are delivering to Ghanaians. Ghanaians have tasted wine and they have tasted water. They've seen water coming back into their wine bottle and they don't want it. We don't need that. We believe that one more investigations don't go through. Whoever is culpable, will be punishing. Whatever they have to do, they will do. But we will not be prejudgmental. We will not talk about it. Say, if you are wrong and now Bibi wrong, we don't know. Let the evidence speak for itself. But we stating on record that we don't need the IGP. We don't need the police service to win elections. And the president has stated categorically that he has so much confidence. And there is no way I open the Osasan Dampari in there. I know best Osasan Dampari China. That is not his style and modus operandi. If he didn't want Dampari, he had so many things that was a brand before a year inquiry. And before you even select a police officer, they'll do all the necessary security checks. Everything that maybe they even said in the AE there, in NDC, Professor Tamils, AD camp, he knew that already. But he doesn't have to come out and say that, oh, I know it's Professor Mills's AD into your friend, then still, I still want to give him IGP Nazi. He doesn't need to do that. And that is one unique thing you get about him. But he still gives the man the job because he believes in the capability of the IGP.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap up on the 600 million every, is it 3 months or every 6 months?
6 months.
6 months?
That was the agreement that you
that
signed.
Injection, it will change the narrative?
Which narrative?
How our system is here.
Oh, say, when the economy change. You saw the growth rate for the last quarter. It went up by 4.2%.
Or your bank, I think growth rate no say assessor.
What we projected, what World Bank projected, what even other institutions projected, it went more than that. You've realized the inflation more or less stabilized. It came down a bit. It wasn't that rapid, but you've seen that it's coming down gradually. There's something. Oh, something is going well. We needed that to, and McKay very well there. When we were talking about this IMF thing, I sat here and said several times there, we needed that to stabilize the system. Before now, you can jump onto the next level. Say, and stabilize the system now, you can pour the water into the basket, and you think it's a bucket, and it will be leaking. And to say, we stabilize it. And when we are going to IMF, and the conditions were spelled out. One more first 600. After every 6 months, or before the 6 months, they'll do the necessary checks now. They'll put the necessary things in place. There'll be the series of meetings to see whether you are going with the conditionalities now. Just to make sure that we are wrapping or making sure the economy is stabilizing and bouncing back. And that is what this government is committed to doing. Some people can tickle themselves and laugh. Because the economy globally, there was a financial meltdown and it has affected Ghana so badly there. And there's we are seeing the changes. And we'll also make sure that we do whatever we have to do to make Ghanaians comfortable. In fact, any secrets I say about it. Okay, them good for oil now. You started. What kind of oil? Useless policy. On ye done as a in the share prices of crude. It went up to about 23. Now it's around 12 point something, and we still believe that once we pump in the American Bank of Ghana, it was why inject about 7 something or so ounces or so into the gold. Once we make sure that we are meeting what we want to do now, this economy is going to go back on track. Things are going to come down gradually. You need to stabilize it before you can bring it down. And then once the stability is coming in, I'm glad to tell Ghanaians there, they should work with us. They should support us. They shouldn't listen to the naysayers or the people who think that, one say, now one may take over the economy. That is not what we want. We want to have a stable Ghana that everybody who takes over will make sure that they run and run well.
Maybe you don't know my background. I'm an economist.
I know.
And a banker as well.
Yeah. Oh,
you was a banker, yeah.
You don't know?
No. Economist.
I was the economist for National Savings and Credit Bank, now SSB.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I did my master's as far back as 1980, MS in economics. See, I'm also very well versed in all these things. But because, we don't
not
brag.
showing that side.
Don't brag.
Yeah.
That's my nature. BA economics, MS economics. So we don't brag. Now I'm a banker. And I'm in finance. You see?
I'm a football better winning.
Oh no!
Football.
Passion. Yeah, because of the brain. From University of Wales in Aberystwyth. Yes. Staffordshire University, the University of Wales, Aberystwyth. That's my master's degree in economics. 1980. And my customer choice. Listen. Where are we now? When we are talking about taking inflation from 15% to 50-something%, and now it has come to 42%. Well, your next door neighbor here, Ivory Coast, Togo, the inflation about 5% and 8%. Minia, where now people in your country, the level of unemployment in this country is a national security problem. People can afford not even two meals a day. Majority of people ring you, give me this, 50 cities, 100 cities. When your economy has been declared a junk economy, then I will give you 600 million, and they give you in tranches. I mean, what kind of system is this? Why in other countries, when they give them the money up front, they say you're a bad boy. You're a bad boy, so they'll give you in tranches. You're a bad boy. Until we'll give you in tranches to the upper school because of your good examination report. Without a good examination, why mobile? How have we been treated like that? And then people are happy about this. This government is happy about it. 600 million, 3 billion. We can sit down and raise the money here if we stop spending unnecessary things. Since I look at the amount of money that they went to pump at us. Look at the money that they went to pump there. Look at the extravagance of their campaign. And they say what? Growth rate. Now growth rate never EBD. Growth rate is reflecting the people's pocket. Our women caterers, just last week, you saw them picket our mothers.
You're a banker, so those indicators are very relevant.
The indicator.
Thank you very much.
When the indicators were, they touted that when they came to power, Moba, when they came and they touted those indicators, what did it land us? Their problem is that they have borrowed. I'm a banker. If you go and borrow money, and you don't have resources to pay for the money, what do you think you have done? We are where we are because they bought excessively. They borrowed that, they are still borrowing.
Can we do without it?
Now, when Maumia told you that the money is here, they are going to, as they also told us that if it's only borrowing that can run the government, his 18-year-old son can borrow and run the country. So no, you have got resources here. The countries that you go and borrow from, what resources have they gotten? Go and ask Britain, what is their resources? Their resources more than us. Go and ask Germany. Go and ask Poland. Go and ask Belarus, where I'm the honorary consul.
Belarus?
Yes, I'm the honorary consul of Belarus. But you don't know my credentials. Now can say me a small boy. Who can say me a small boy? I'm the honorary consul for Belarus. You don't know about that.
On this road, my government in power for our last comment. Yeah.
I am a dog. Doesn't he know what indicators are used for?
But once we bank and we go anything you off track, but never see banking.
Oh no, but the indicators are there. You know, when the indicators were good,
he's an economist. You cannot go against those things.
Sometimes no. Sometimes
no. For the purposes of the professional financial.
But were these people?
So you're not a politician. You're a banker.
Were these people following the indicators? They were not. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. They were not following the indicators. When the indicators were so-called good, where did it land us?
So many wrap up.
Oracle date once a month. Last minute can we here na minute can.
Oh, that
USD. Who has borrowed down
when your rate
when you come and sit down and say oh na rate na
rate fundamentals are wrong no.
When the rate is exposed, when the rate is coming, when the rate goes extra down, I want to change
when the fundamentals. You are talking about the quantum. The quantum.
Okay, so my that's
I think they are doing a human's job in all the challenging fears. They are working. They haven't given up.
Take that away.
They haven't given up all the challenges. They are working.
They are working.
And you can see it on ground.
I don't see it.
You can see it on ground that they are working. Those who don't have eyes will never see.
Also, you know what is 010? That is what matters.
I wish Dr. Well and all the other candidates who are running.
Kofi Tonto, happy birthday to you, Kofi Tonto.
Yeah. Only around more, but I wish him well around the wife.
29th, the Sigri family, Kumasi Rich Park. And then the MP4, what's the Kozi? It's not the
Kozi is also deputy CEO for.
Also happy birthday to you. Wow, G. Brefiano. I'm so grateful.
When